At the beginning, a boy named Gyeon-sik attends a prize ceremony. He receives the Brave Citizen of the Year award from the Minister of Interior Safety. A reporter asks how he caught the famous serial killer Chung Ming. Gyeon-sik points to a woman and says she saw Chung Ming stealing from a store. Gyeon-sik was working as a security guard, so he caught him. Everyone finds the story funny and laughs. Another reporter asks if Gyeon-sik will continue his security job since he received a large prize money. Gyeon-sik says yes, but he truly wants to become a police detective. He says he failed the police exam before. A reporter says he saw the video online and believes Gyeon-sik has the physical strength to be a police officer. He asks what the problem is. Gyeon-sik replies that he is not good at studying. Another reporter tells the minister that Gyeon-sik should be made a detective because he caught a criminal the police could not catch for years. The minister refuses and says this is not possible. He explains that no one can become a detective directly. A person must first join the police, get training, and gain experience. The reporters begin to argue loudly. Seeing this, a high-ranking officer worries it will embarrass the police department. He suggests an idea. Gyeon-sik can join as an intern detective. After training and experience, he can be promoted as a homicide detector. After the conference ends and everyone leaves, the girl from earlier follows Gyeon-sik. She introduces herself as Min-ju and says she is an intern sports reporter. Gyeon-sik also introduces himself and asks her where the alligator is. He actually means the elevator. Min-ju realizes he may have dyslexia, which could be the reason he failed the police exam. She immediately starts explaining dyslexia, but Gyeon-sik stops her in the middle and says he has to leave early. Later, at Min-ju's office, her boss is very happy because Min-ju wrote a news article about Gyeon-sik, and it became very popular. He praises Min-ju. Min-ju reminds him that yesterday he told her to leave the job, so she came to resign. Her boss denies this and says she must have heard him wrong. He explains that what he actually meant was that she would be promoted soon if she keeps bringing good stories. He then assigns Min-ju to continue reporting on Gyeon-sik. At night, after a light workout, Gyeon-sik sits beside a photo of his dead father. He looks confused. His father always taught him to work hard and never take shortcuts. But this is Gyeon-sik's only chance to join the police. There is no other way except taking this shortcut. The next day, all the high-ranking police officers hold a meeting about Gyeon-sik's case. Most of them oppose the idea. They say a night security guard cannot become a detective overnight without proper qualifications. However, the minister has already promised this in front of the media, so it cannot be taken back. One officer suggests giving Gyeon-sik a small police job and firing him later. Another officer disagrees and says the real problem is the media because they are closely watching Gyeon-sik. Then a female officer named Chief Hwang shares an idea. She is already known for her cheap tricks. She explains that internships or probation periods are not permanent jobs. During this time, a person can be fired for reasons like not handling work pressure or not getting along with coworkers. An officer asks if she will take responsibility for firing Gyeon-sik when the time comes. Chief Hwang agrees. The minister likes the plan but asks her a question. What if Gyeon-sik somehow passes the probation period? Will she take responsibility for making him a homicide detective? Chief Hwang confidently says that day will never come. She explains that many old cases are still unsolved. She will assign Gyeon-sik to those cases. She names the team the Temporary Cold Case Investigation Team. The minister tells Chief Hwang that if she succeeds, she will receive a promotion. Later, Chief Hwang waits to meet Detective Hong. Mr. Hong comes rushing toward her. She asks why he is late. Mr. Hong says his child was sick at night, so he could not sleep and became late. But Chief Hwang smells alcohol on his breath. She tells him that he always follows her orders, but his bad habits and behavior are the reason he never gets promoted. Mr. Hong apologizes. Chief Hwang then shows him Gyeon-sik's file. Mr. Hong looks curious. She asks why he is curious and whether he likes Gyeon-sik. Mr. Hong denies it and says Gyeon-sik was just lucky. Chief Hwang tells him she is forming a cold case investigation team and appoints him as the team leader. But she gives him a task. His task is to finish Gyeon-sik. Mr. Hong looks confused and asks what she means by finish. Chief Hwang explains that she means he must make sure Gyeon-sik quits the job as soon as possible. Later that day, Gyeon-sik arrives at the detective headquarters. He starts introducing himself and saluting everyone. It looks funny and unusual to the others. Detective Hong arrives and tells him there is no need to introduce himself so formally. He says his own worst nightmare was joining the military, and from today, Gyeon-sik's nightmare will be joining this department. He then tells Gyeon-sik to follow him. Detective Hong takes him to their new office room. The room is very messy. Gyeon-sik feels happy and excited when he sees it. Mr. Hong orders him to clean and organize everything because the other team members will arrive in the afternoon. Then Mr. Hong goes to the administration office to order some desktop computers. Gyeon-sik immediately starts cleaning and organizing the room. While cleaning, he finds some old case files. He looks inside a few of them. One file suddenly catches his attention. He knows this file very well. It is the murder case of his mother, written by his father. Gyeon-sik was a child when his mother died. He remembers looking at this same file once. His father took it away from him and said it was not for a child. At that time, Gyeon-sik told his aunt that the killer was a woman and she was still nearby. His aunt told his father this, but his father was confused. There was no mention of that woman in the file, so he did not understand how Gyeon-sik knew about her. The truth was that Gyeon-sik's father had once arrested a woman, but he did not have enough evidence, so he had to release her. Later, that woman may have killed Gyeon-sik's mother for revenge. Her phone call had come just before the accident. The most surprising part is that Gyeon-sik was at school at that time, so he could not have known any of this. He guessed everything only by seeing the file and the situation. After that incident, his dyslexia began. Minju also comes to the headquarters, but a police guard stops her at the gate and asks for her ID. She shows her reporter card and says she is assigned to report on a police case. The guard notices that she is an intern reporter, so he hesitates. Minju points out that he is also an auxiliary police officer. The guard feels a little embarrassed and lets her enter. In the afternoon, all the members of the cold case investigation team arrive. Chief Hwang introduces everyone to Gyeon-sik. First is Mr. Wong, a senior detective who will retire in 3 months. He was also the partner of Gyeon-sik's father. Next is Miss Ko, who was temporarily suspended because she beat a criminal too badly. Then Minju arrives. Chief Hwang does not know her and asks why she is there. Minju says she is part of the team as an intern reporter and shows her permission letter. Chief Hwang dislikes the idea. He says that having one intern detective is already enough, and now there is also an intern reporter. Chief Hwang gives Gyeon-sik his ID card and tells him to go to the administration office to get some computers. Gyeon-sik becomes very happy and leaves the office with great excitement. Minju quickly reminds Gyeon-sik that he will need a trolley to carry the computers, and she joins him. But Gyeon-sik says he can do it alone. Minju does not like this because he always tries to do everything by himself. Gyeon-sik apologizes and thanks her. He says that because of her, he got the detective job. Minju also thanks him and says that because of him, she will soon become a full-time reporter. Gyeon-sik then says that this means they do not owe each other anything. He tells her to stay away from him because he is serious about this job and has a clear goal. Inside the elevator, Minju tells him she can help him with his dyslexia because her younger brother once had it too. Gyeon-sik thanks her and says if that happens, he will be in her debt forever. Minju replies that he must help her too. She says she is bad at writing, so he must explain all the case files to her. Gyeon-sik says he cannot read well, but he can feel and understand the cases. When they return, Chief Hwang arrives. Detective Hong introduces Gyeon-sik to her. Chief Hwang congratulates Gyeon-sik on his new job, but her true intentions are hidden. After she leaves, Gyeon-sik notices a new notice board and asks about it. Detective Hong explains that it is a point system. If Gyeon-sik earns 20,000 points, he will become a permanent detective. But if his points fall below 500 after 3 months, he will be disqualified. Gyeon-sik asks how he can earn points. Detective Hong says he will get points by doing tasks, such as 15 points for cleaning the office and 20 points for cleaning the toilet. Everyone feels this is unfair to Gyeon-sik. Gyeon-sik then asks if he can carry handcuffs or a gun during patrol. Detective Hong tells him that if he wants handcuffs, he should buy them from a toy store. A gun is impossible. As an intern detective, he is not even allowed to arrest anyone. Detective Hong says Gyeon-sik already has many tasks: cleaning the office, delivering coffee, and driving the car. He should do those first before thinking about guns or handcuffs. Minju speaks up and says Detective Hong is treating Gyeon-sik like a slave. Detective Hong replies that he is not forcing Gyeon-sik to stay, and that he can leave anytime. He also tells Min-ju to return to her office and report back. The next day, Gyeon-sik starts his duty by delivering coffee to senior officers. Then he waters all the plants. Min-ju finds this strange and tells him this work is not meant for him. Gyeon-sik disagrees and says he is grateful for what he is doing. Soon, Detective Ko calls for him. This makes Gyeon-sik feel useful in the department. In the office room, Min-ju loses her patience and starts shouting. She says she is not here to report on a detective who only delivers coffee and waters plants. She also says that the other members of the cold case investigation team look tired and lifeless. Later, Detective Hong reports to Chief Hwang that Gyeon-sik has completed all his tasks. Chief Hwang is shocked to see that Gyeon-sik has already earned many points. She is even more surprised that he is enjoying the work. She realizes that if this continues, everyone in the department may start liking Gyeon-sik, which would make it harder to remove him from the job. So she tells Detective Hong to give Gyeon-sik all the unsolved cases and keep him busy with them. Min-ju returns to her office, but she overhears her boss talking on the phone and speaking badly about her. She soon realizes that she may lose her job. She leaves the office and breaks down in tears on her way home. Instead of going home, she goes back to the detective headquarters. There, she sees Gyeon-sik sleeping in the office. She does not understand why he is working so hard when he has almost no chance of becoming a permanent detective. She wakes him up and invites him to have a drink with her. At the bar, Min-ju quickly gets drunk. Gyeon-sik understands her situation and tells her it is time to leave because he has to return for duty the next day. But Min-ju is very emotional. She tells him she did not become a reporter to cover famous celebrities. In high school, she was an athlete and always wanted to be a sports reporter. She wanted to tell the stories of athletes who never get attention. They work very hard, but people only care about those who succeed, while others stay in the shadows. Gyeon-sik says he knows one such athlete. He says he once saw a girl who could run faster than a dog, and her name was Min-ju. Min-ju gets offended, but in a playful way, and starts chasing him. The next day, a detective team led by Detective Hong goes to a bus stop to catch a gang leader. Detective Ko sends Gyeon-sik to the rooftop to watch the area. Detective Hong tells him over the radio that this is a very important mission. He orders Gyeon-sik to stay alert and not make any move without permission. Soon, a bus arrives and all the passengers get off. The team does not see the gang leader. They enter the bus to check if anyone is still inside. They find the bus driver unconscious on a passenger seat. Detective Hong remembers that the bus driver had already gotten off earlier. This means the driver was actually the gang leader in disguise. At the same time, from the rooftop, Gyeon-sik sees a man and asks if he is the gang leader. The man hears this and starts running. Gyeon-sik immediately realizes it is him and informs Detective Hong that the gang leader is escaping at the crossroads. Without wasting time, Gyeon-sik jumps down and chases him. The man gets far ahead, so Gyeon-sik shows his ID to a woman and borrows her bicycle to continue the chase. The gang leader is confused about how this boy recognized him. Gyeon-sik keeps politely asking the man to stop, which makes the chase look funny. Finally, he catches the man. He is about to handcuff him, but then remembers that he is not allowed to do that. The gang leader thinks Gyeon-sik is a fake detective, but soon the rest of the team arrives and arrests him. The gang leader feels embarrassed when he learns that he was caught by an intern detective. During break time, Detective Ko, Detective Hong, and Gyeon-sik eat lunch together. Detective Ko says she does not understand one thing. If the gang leader could drive a heavy vehicle, why did he choose to become a gang leader? Detective Hong finds the question silly and instead asks Gyeon-sik how he knew who the gang leader was. He even suspects that Gyeon-sik might be connected to the gang. Gyeon-sik explains that when the bus driver got off the bus, he was wearing pointed shoes. This was strange because bus drivers need comfortable shoes to press the pedals. Detective Hong then tells Gyeon-sik to check how many points he earned for catching the gang leader. Gyeon-sik does not expect much, but when he checks, he sees he earned 5,000 points. Detective Hong cannot believe it, and Gyeon-sik feels very happy. Later, they return to the office. Min-ju and Mr. Wang are also there. They congratulate Gyeon-sik on his achievement. Min-ju apologizes to him for her behavior the previous night. Seeing them talk, Detective Hong gets angry and says this is not a place for personal matters. He tells them to talk at home. However, no one can leave today because they must stay overnight to review all the unsolved case files. This makes Gyeon-sik even happier. Detective Hong asks how he can be happy after hearing about so much work. Detective Ko explains that Gyeon-sik has already left his home and sleeps on the couch at the office. She also says she has no problem staying because she is not married. Mr. Wong says he is fine as long as he can watch his chess livestream. Detective Hong thinks everyone there is mentally strange. He says everyone needs proper sleep to work well. The real reason he does not want to stay is that if he does, his wife will not let him enter the house again. At home, Detective Hong unwillingly tells his wife that their marriage is holding him back from his work. She immediately hits him on the head. His wife panics and shouts, thinking he might be talking about divorce. Detective Hong quickly explains that this is not what he means. She then asks what has been going on in his mind, because he has been acting strangely for several days. Detective Hong tells her everything that has happened. His wife understands and says that Chief Huang is a troublesome woman. Detective Hong adds that she was famous in college for removing her co-workers using cheap tricks, but his wife says she is disappointed in him as well. She says Gyeon-sik got the job because he caught a dangerous criminal, so there is no reason to make things hard for him. She says Gyeon-sik is hardworking and talented, and he reminds her of someone she once knew. Nowadays he has changed. She says he should not do this, even if it costs him his job. She reminds him that he is very talented and could still succeed, even as a private detective. The next day, Gyeon-sik comes to the office and checks the points board. He has earned many points. Min-ju is also there. She tells him he is very close to his dream and can almost touch it. She asks him to sit down. As promised, she says she will help him with his dyslexia. She explains that her brother once had dyslexia, so she knows how to help. She tells him that people with dyslexia often struggle to imagine what they read. If he reads something, she can search the words in Google Images to help him understand. Gyeon-sik asks what they should read. He suggests starting with case files. Min-ju picks one and reads a few lines, but she becomes shocked by the abusive and disturbing words. She says there is no way she can search those words online. She checks another file, but it is the same. She says she cannot do this and tells Gyeon-sik to read fairy tales instead of case files. Later, Detective Hong comes into the office. He gathers everyone at a desk and tells Gyeon-sik to choose one file from a pile. He seems to be in a good mood that day. Gyeon-sik picks a file. It is a missing child case from 30 years ago. At first, Detective Hong is shocked, but then he feels relieved because the case is impossible to solve. He believes Gyeon-sik will fail and be eliminated, so he will no longer have to worry. Detective Wong says that the case was investigated by him and Gyeon-sik's father, so he can help Gyeon-sik with it. Gyeon-sik then leaves the office to begin the investigation. On the way, Gyeon-sik tells Mr. Wong that he does not know where to start the investigation. He is not even sure he can solve the case. Mr. Wong tells him that to start an investigation, they must first know what they do not know. He asks Gyeon-sik what he thinks they do not know. Gyeon-sik answers that he does not know where the girl is. Mr. Wong says this is wrong. He explains that they also do not know whether the girl's family still cares about her after so many years. To find that out, they need to go to the girl's house. When they arrive, they see a woman putting up a missing poster of the girl. Gyeon-sik and Min-ju think this woman might be the girl's mother and that she still has not recovered from the loss. They feel it might be better not to remind her of the painful past, but Mr. Wong insists that they should ask. Gyeon-sik introduces himself and says they are from the police. When the woman hears this, she becomes happy and invites them inside. Inside the house, they begin talking. Gyeon-sik asks if it is true that her daughter went missing from the park. The woman agrees. Mr. Wong says he knows this is painful, but asks if she can explain what happened. The woman starts crying, but says she can because she remembers everything clearly. She explains that her husband died when her daughter Suk was still a baby. She had to work 2 shifts to support the family. She lived with her younger sister and her mother-in-law. Her younger sister often took care of Suk. One day, while the woman was at work, her younger sister took Suk to the park. Somehow, Suk went missing from that park. Gyeon-sik begins to overcome his dyslexia. He takes the case file and the mother's story and forms a visual picture of the events in his mind. They later go to the park. Mr. Wong says the case seems too simple, which actually makes it more complicated. Suk's grandmother has passed away, and her young aunt was too young at the time to give useful information. They start observing the park. Gyeon-sik focuses deeply and begins to imagine what happened that day. Suddenly, Min-ju notices that his nose starts bleeding. Moments later, Gyeon-sik loses consciousness. Gyeon-sik wakes up in the hospital. He immediately tells Minju that he has found a clue to solve the case. Minju tells him that his condition is not good and that he should stop thinking and rest. But Gyeon-sik tells her that she must believe him because he believes in her. He explains that the kidnapper was not part of a big criminal group. They were American. The kidnapper was the wife of the boss at the company where Suk's mother worked. They wanted to take Suk and raise her in a better environment. But after seeing the mother's situation, they became scared. So they sent Suk to an orphanage in another part of the country. Minju asks how he knows all this and jokingly asks if he is an astrologer. Gyeon-sik replies that if she does not believe him, she should go to a specific orphanage and check the entry record for a girl named Soon-hee. Gyeon-sik tells Minju that she should go there alone and not tell anyone. Later, Mr. Wong comes to visit Gyeon-sik in the hospital. Minju thinks about her past conversation with Gyeon-sik and finds it very strange. Even so, she leaves the hospital to check the information Gyeon-sik gave her. A few days pass. Detective Hong feels happy at the office because Gyeon-sik's points have not increased. This is because Gyeon-sik has not returned to work since the incident. Suddenly, Detective Hong receives a phone call. He is told that the missing child has been found. At first, he thinks someone is joking or trying to scam him, so he tells them to stay where they are and quickly leaves the office. It is revealed that Gyeon-sik loved reading his father's old case files. His father was very close to solving this case, but it remained a mystery after his death. Gyeon-sik once read a case file about a woman named Soon-hee. He connected all the details of that file with this missing child case, and everything matched. That is how he realized that Soon-hee was actually Suk. When Suk meets her mother after more than 30 years, her mother recognizes her immediately without any doubt. Suk also remembers her mother through faint memories. After so many years, they finally reunite. Soon, Detective Hong arrives and, without knowing what happened, hits Gyeon-sik on the head. He then panics and asks the mother how she could recognize her daughter after 30 years. He asks if there is any clear mark to identify her. The mother says Suk has a mole on her belly, but they are too emotional to check it. Mr. Wong tells Detective Hong to calm down. At Minju's office, her boss is very happy and praises her because the case has become popular again. He tells her that she can now become a full-time reporter. Minju refuses and says she came to resign because she received an offer from another company that will let her work the way she wants. On the other hand, the minister is unhappy after seeing the news. Chief Wong calls Detective Hong to her office and says she saw in the news that Detective Hong was shown as the main person who solved the case. Detective Hong says this is not true and explains that Gyeon-sik avoided attention on purpose. He also says Gyeon-sik chose the case himself. Chief Wong says that if this is true, she will cut Gyeon-sik's 20,000 points for not following orders. Detective Hong refuses and says Gyeon-sik worked hard and solved the case, so he cannot do that. Chief Wong says she does not need a reason to cut the points. She threatens to terminate the entire team if he does not obey. Detective Hong warns her that if she does that, he will reveal everything to the media and says he has proof. This makes Chief Wong furious. She immediately orders Detective Hong to leave her office. Late at night, Minju comes to the detective office. Gyeon-sik is surprised to see her at such a late hour. She gives him some books made for people with dyslexia. Then she invites him to have a drink again. At the bar, Minju tells him that she quit her job. Gyeon-sik is shocked because she was about to become a full-time reporter. He asks why she quit. Minju says she received a better offer from another company, so she left. Gyeon-sik congratulates her. Minju then asks why he is so obsessed with becoming a police officer. She asks if it is because of his father. Gyeon-sik replies that he actually hates his father. He explains that after his mother died, his father became a heavy drinker. A few years later, his father also died. Gyeon-sik says he wants to find the person responsible for his parents' deaths. Minju asks if he will feel relieved when that person is punished. Gyeon-sik says she has the wrong idea about him. He says that a criminal's only punishment is death, and he will make sure it happens himself, without hesitation. After saying this, Gyeon-sik leaves the bar.